Hi, I just want to speak for a short time about the priority of protecting our unborn children and our new babies. So we've all heard of incidences where drugs given to women during pregnancy caused harm to their babies. At the time, they thought it was safe, but only later discovered some serious harm. And there's different stages of harm depending on when in the development of the baby the drugs were given. Thalidomide is a very well-known instance, but there's many other drugs. And so today women have a very long list of things they should avoid. But did you know that recently a study shows that giving over-the-counter pain relievers that contain ibuprofen and acetaminophen can actually cause the unborn baby to have fertility impairment, which means if you, when you're pregnant, take some of these over-the-counter pain remedies at the wrong time, you might not have grandchildren because your children might not be able to conceive and bear children. And that's something serious, but you're not going to understand the implications of that for many years to come. Now, in the same way, doctors possibly have been recommending these things because they thought they were safe. Well, now doctors are recommending that every pregnant woman has a Tdap vaccine for tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, and also that they have a flu vaccine. And yet both of these vaccines have never been tested on pregnant women. And the outcome is very much up in the air, except if you dig into the research and you look at the work of Paul Patterson, where he shows unequivocally that an immune event, something that stimulates your immune system while you're pregnant, significantly increases the chance of your having a developmentally impaired baby, someone who may suffer with autism, schizophrenia, and other psychological impairment. It's known. And yet, doctors, primarily the CDC, the experts, want women to accept these vaccines as a way of protecting themselves. But you see, if you're causing an immune event to happen to 100% of the women who receive the shot, you are actually increasing your risks of these developmental impairments, not decreasing the risk. And so it's really a crazy world we live in, where good is called evil and evil is called good. And grandmothers like me, who have spent 25 years just wanting to help moms have a healthy, happy baby, be able to successfully breastfeed their babies, giving them the nurturing that they need for a long, happy life. I'm vilified because I'm crazy, but the doctors who make these recommendations, they're the trusted quality experts we must be impressed by. And I'm sorry, but if you're a young parent, you're going to have to figure it out. And I just encourage you, listen to your heart. Don't trust anything I say. Look it up. Search the evidence and be careful of scientific papers and their conclusions, because sometimes their conclusions defy the data that they release in the papers. So it takes a level of discernment and it takes some time, but go with your gut. A parent has been given the ability to protect their babies. Just think about it. What does your baby need from you? And is the pharmaceutical industry, have they got a great record of trustworthiness? And if you honestly ask, is the pharmaceutical industry trustworthy? I think you'll find the answer. Just look at the history of the drugs. Look at that have been withdrawn. Look at the history of the fines that they've had to pay for falsifying and doing the wrong thing and not letting the public know. It's really not a hard question. And it's something that is very significant to me. Why do people continue to trust them? And I think it's just because we've grown up with the idea that a needle given to protect you from an infectious disease is a good idea, and we just need to examine it. So, if you like it, please share. If you have suggestions for how I can do a better job, let me know. It's just all about educating unsuspecting parents and helping them to be motivated to do the work for themselves. Because honestly, The pediatrician you take your well baby to, he hasn't studied vaccines in depth. He knows how to give the schedule. He knows what the CDC tells him, and he knows what a drug rep tells him. But for himself, he hasn't really dug into the research. He doesn't know the true risks of the disease with appropriate, helpful treatment versus the true risks of the vaccine. And every parent needs the answer to those questions. Have a great day. Thanks.